I'm Nichole Berlie. It is Friday, March 3rd. This is NewsNation Rush Hour, and it is the end of a years-long saga for a small South Carolina community. Former attorney Alec Murdaugh will serve 2 consecutive life sentences in the killing of his wife Maggie and his son Paul. The 6-week trial ended yesterday with a swift verdict, the jury taking only 3 hours to deliberate. And today, dressed in a prison jumpsuit, Murdaugh stood before a judge and learned his fate. Senior national correspondent Brian Inton has been following this case from start to finish. And Brian, Murdaugh is still maintaining his innocence.
He is, Nichole. He did not say much during the sentencing, but he did say that he was innocent. The judge really laying into him during this hearing, sentencing him to the maximum in this case.
Monster is next. Justice for Stephen Smith, Alex.
Alec Murdaugh leaves the Colleton County, South Carolina courthouse in a jail jumpsuit and handcuffs after learning his fate for killing his wife and son.
In the murder of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh, I sentence you for a term of the rest of your natural life for the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably love so much. I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life.
After just 3 hours, a jury found Murdaugh guilty of shooting and killing Maggie and Paul at the family estate in 2021. Once again today, Murdaugh denied murdering his wife and son.
I'm innocent. I would never hurt my wife Maggie, and I would never hurt my son Paul.
It was a dramatic fall from grace for the powerful lawyer whose family was once legal royalty in South Carolina, controlling prosecutions in the very courthouse where Murdaugh was convicted. The judge reflecting on the remarkable moment.
As I sit here in this courtroom and look around the many portraits of judges and other court officials, and reflect on the fact that over the past century, your family, including you, have been prosecuting people here in this courtroom, and many have received the death penalty, probably for lesser conduct.
The death penalty was not on the table because the prosecution did not request it. No one spoke on behalf of the victims at the sentencing, but surviving son Buster was seated behind his dad. He chose not to speak.
Have his feelings about his dad changed at all through the trial?
You know, I can't speak to Buster's feelings. I can tell you this. There was a lot of effort by the state to convince the family that Alec is the murderer. The family came to trial every day for 6 weeks, expecting to hear proof positive that he killed Maggie and Paul, something that they had not heard before. After 6 weeks of trial, they came away more convinced that he did not do this.
And what was really very interesting, Nichole, and a bit of a surprise, is that 5 of the jurors actually showed up to the sentencing today. That is, of course, not required. They were just members of the public, but it showed their dedication to the case, that they really wanted to be here to see things through. Nichole?
Yeah, after that 6 weeks. All right. Brian, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.